It is so good to see all of you, to engage with all of you. We're here on Just Angie. My name is Angie Morenga, and I love it that I've been saying amazing conversations, and I thought it's also inspiring conversations. Every conversation we bring here is to inspire you, to encourage you, to just get you through the things that you need to get through. It's already the 19th day of December, so the year is fast coming to an end. But the best thing is when even things come to an end, new things are starting. So there's going to be a new year and a new season. My guest, I have known him for so long. I have 20 minutes to have a conversation with him, and then I don't even know how we're going to do this, but we're going to do our best. And I've loved and honored you for a very long time. I saw that we have saved you on my phone. Hey, it's a long time. It's written Bigman K Crew. That is how I've saved you on the phone.
That's the first day we met.
That's the first day we met.
Yes.
We met at K Crew.
Yes.
But first, before we start our stories, look into that camera, introduce yourself to my family, how you want them to know you.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're well. It's on the 19th of December.
Imagine.
So I guess the next time we're meeting at Just Angie, Christmas itakuwa imepita. So let's start with Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My name is Sam. That's the name my mother gave me.
Wow.
Sam Ngatho. But out here I'm known as Bigman Upbeat. That's the name.
Wow.
Across all socials.
Bigman Upbeat.
Bigman Upbeat. I'm saved and seriously unashamed. I think that's where we started. Husband to one wife.
Yes.
Specifically a woman. Nowadays you have to clarify.
You have to clarify. Married to a woman,
Married
female.
To a woman, female.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm an architect. What else do I do? I'm a gospel rapper.
Wow.
I'm an event organizer.
Yeah.
I'm a leader in the private biking community. I love doing set design, interior design. That's something I like doing. And I like building the church because I don't like the fact that the church was built by pagans. The biggest church time of Solomon's time, so that inspires me a lot.
So you want it to be built by Christians, which is so good.
Oh yeah.
Now, Bigman, I didn't even know Upbeat I'll add, but now there's so much in your life. First of all, let me start with the one that I think is amazing.
Yeah.
You got married, was it last year?
Yes.
And the one thing that I do, and I've been asking you, I think you need to check the facts. I don't think there've been any wedding where there have been more pastors ever in one place. Ever, Bigman. Even I was supposed to be there. I don't even know what happened and I wasn't there. But you had so many church mothers and fathers at your wedding. How did that happen?
Wow. I didn't know that all of them would show up.
They all did, imagine.
And I guess it's the favor of the Lord. That's the best way I can define it.
But you have access to them. How have you had access to all these people?
Well, I think halfway there is I don't know, I'm trying to figure out beyond favor what it gets to be, but I guess there is submission, there is favor, and then there is also I'm a creative, and I see what is not working,
and you go
fast before I see what is working.
Yes.
And I learned. I thought I was alone. I learned. Also, Bishop Kuna used to be the same.
Yes, because the time you served them as well. Yes.
Yeah, I've served them for quite a while, and I'm still a son in the house. And it's interesting that even if I'm not in your church and I see something that is not working and I know how it can work, I will just approach you and share.
Yes.
I don't think I'm afraid of sharing. I think my wife keeps saying I'm bold. I don't see it, but she says how I'm bold because I don't like things not working.
Yeah, which is a good thing. So I was going to say, I think there's submission. I think you have served a lot of people, but I felt the other word is availability, that you're always available to solve problems. Oh, yeah. So I think your beginning is in JCC.
Yes.
Under Bishop and the late Bishop, I think you're Lady Bishop.
Yeah.
So that's been your beginning. So I think you'll talk a bit about that. But then again, now it was last year again, when I had you fix something at the Rema grounds. That's when I was like, yeah. That's when I knew you were called Sam. How shocked was I was like, who is Sam? They keep talking about Sam. Then I see, I was like, this is the Sam they're talking about. But so fixing things, solutions.
Yeah.
And that's a very good thing because I think people solving people's problems is good. And I think even why, because I just want to speak into that, why your wife says you're bold is that many people will see something is wrong, but they're not going to say anything about it.
Yeah.
So they'll let you continue in your wrongness if there's such a thing.
Oh, yeah.
They're not really going to correct you, maybe because they feel maybe it's not their place,
But also it's because people have created a facade that is not approachable as well.
Okay. So the
Yeah.
person is not approachable.
Yes.
The one who needs the help.
Yes.
So you break that facade.
So you have to break it. It's quite kinda, especially there are some people who, hey, nikazi.
Because to say this is
Nikazi to even help them.
okay.
Let's put
That's
it that
another.
way.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sam, you're going to help many people.
Yeah.
Nikazi to help them.
Yes. Because before they, and then there are people who are blind to what is not working.
In their own lives.
Yes.
And in their ministries and the things that you're doing.
And if you point it out, they consider it dishonor.
Yes. Like maybe you're putting them down, like they don't know what they're doing.
And that was what was most interesting with Lady Bishop Kathy.
Okay.
She's so welcoming. She's so,
Very.
her heart is so
Yeah,
big.
it's so big.
Before
That is
you
so
know
true.
her, you don't know this.
Yes.
Until you
yes,
get close and you're
yes.
like, wait.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, she has a heart. Huh? Her heart is another level.
And I think most of the people I work with, halfway there you would think that they are unapproachable, but actually it's that just need to get to know them.
Okay.
And they welcome the help. The others welcome the ideas, and others give you the opportunity. Like even we have worked with Bishop for a while there is a new upcoming project, a new church at Kiambu Road,
Yes.
Paradise, and we've worked together on the design for a while. And I love the way they are creative, and they will allow you to be creative. That is something that is missing I would say this openly, in the church.
People don't want to welcome other people's ideas or being pointed out like this is not right and this is how you need to approach and do it.
Oh yeah. But when you find someone who actually nurtures that,
Yeah.
you thrive, you grow.
Yes.
You're able to do so much, and at the end of the day, your wings, when your wings are let loose to fly,
Then you can fly.
at the end of the day, you fly and you flourish and you do so much more, and you get to be a solution to the kingdom.
Yes.
Because I don't believe in mediocrity in the kingdom.
Even me, I don't. Me and you both. Me, I don't believe in mediocrity. We've got to do things and we've got to do them with
If you're
excellence.
doing it, just
Do it with excellence and do it well.
I love Nike's slogan.
Just
Just do
do
it. There is no two way around it. Just go ahead and do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you found yourself like you look at something, you find there's a problem, then you go and say, this is the problem, I can fix this, and then you go and do it. And then you find yourself in those kind of situations. Because those are blessings as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because even the way that you have, I mean, now, like that day of Rem, I had your name being mentioned about how you help them repair the structure. That is so good.
For him, actually, I do the designs.
All the way from the beginning,
layout.
or now, like now this
the
year,
layout.
last
To
year?
begin, so I started in 2022.
Okay.
That's how I came on board. I was like, I saw things are being brought on site. You know, they have contracted someone who has screens, sound, and everything. But then in my head, it kept bothering me that in church we just do a screen and sound, and that's it. If you get to actually do a screen. But in my head, I love doing research. I told you at 2 events. There's a gig I do called Bikers Family Fest.
Oh, nice.
And I kept looking back and looking at the world. These guys are doing Tomorrowland. That thing, they build the set for 2 months.
What? Even
2
without-
months.
2 months.
Wanajenga. It's as if it's a construction.
Wow.
So
I
they
love
have
that.
thought through it, they have
Sam.
constructed them. And I'm like, why in the kingdom? We are the ones who are given that creativity.
Amen.
You know, in the when God was creating everything, basically, it said in some versions of the Bible, it says that wisdom framed the earth.
Yes, it does.
And then in some versions, it actually says wisdom was the architect.
Hey.
So at the end of the
Hey,
day,
Sam. Huh?
when it comes to design, God is a designer.
He is.
God is okay. First,
I love it.
he doesn't design in straight lines. He designs in curves, things that are a bit complicated. In the architectural world, one of the best architects, she's called Zaha Hadid. She passed on, but she never designed in straight lines.
Wow.
Because curves are complicated, and that's
To now put into formation.
yeah. And even when you look at, even when you're flying, when you look
Down.
Ukuchini, you don't see things in straight lines.
No.
It's always in curves. The wind blows in curves. The energy, when you do physics, it's always in curves, you know. So God is a master architect.
I love it.
He's created everything to perfection.
Wow.
So why would we tunamwangusha when we are doing our own things,
Yeah.
when we are just doing things,
Ha. or just mediocre.
Just mediocre.
So that's when you thought, let's do this
Let's
thing.
do something
If somebody's
different,
building something for 2 months.
For 2 months.
Energy, time, it doesn't even make sense. I'm sure it doesn't even make economic sense to do it for 2 months. But they're probably doing it out of passion and out of love and out of wanting to do things excellently.
Yeah. And with that, I'm like, if I can be used, I can be the person to be used to bring excellence in the kingdom where creativity is actually seen.
Yes.
I'm all the way in for that. I've done a number of designs for so many people. One of the best was for Giuliani. There was an album launch that he was doing like 4 albums in 4 days. So it was, we designed something so nice. So I'll share the pictures with you, where it was like a pyramid, and then up a katikati mekatwa, and then the stage is not one-ended. It was 4 sides. So audience of all 4 sides. So how do you create this? How do you design sound so that there's no reverb? And then there's no wires cutting across the stage. And then the band was up katikati, sunken. So how do you design for all that? And then there are screens all around, and the pillars are screens. And there are 4 on each side. Yani, at the end of the day, it has to be amazing. So 2022 for Emma Feast, I did a set design. And this is where I like working with Rev Julian as well. Rev Julian is all for creatives.
Yes.
If you have an
idea
he's a
creative
and it's
himself.
amazing, he empowers it.
Yes.
So we did a set design, he approved it. He approved it, and we were not fully acquainted. And
I think you will know in his spirit.
Oh yeah, then there's that.
There's that.
Then there's that.
Because
This is where discernment comes in.
Discernment comes in.
Yeah.
Where you know in your spirit, this is okay.
Yeah.
We don't need any other assurance. You have an assurance within yourself. And you build an amazing set.
We did an amazing set, 2023. Now we did everything. From the layout, how the security will be placed, where the pedestrians will be coming in, where the cars will be parked,
So
where the VIPs
plan.
will come in, and then also at the business forum as well.
Amazing.
So we created something that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
I was happy to see
I was
the
proud.
outcome.
I was like, yeah, I know that guy. I know him. This I know him. You go, I know such people because it's good.
Yeah.
You want to be. I felt so proud. I felt like a proud mother standing there and saying, "Yep, this is so good." I didn't even know you studied architecture, because me, when I found you preaching. Sorry, excuse me. I found you preaching. So me, I didn't even know you had done architecture. That is when I found out. That's 2022 that you have done architecture. I was like, he's an architect. I mean, it was amazing.
I think we met when I was doing diploma, actually.
We met a very long time. Me, I just know it was a long time ago.
Because I did my diploma in 2012 to 2015.
So also encourage somebody. So you didn't go straight into your degree. So how did you do?
Wait. Hata sijui tutaanza wapi.
Tutaanza wapi? To connect 5 minutes to go. Ulianza wapi?
Way back. I did well in my primary school. So I went to a provincial school.
Okay.
So in a provincial school, I also I got a B-. I wanted to get something that I could get into the university directly for architecture.
Okay.
For one reason or the other, now it ended up being very expensive for me to do the degree.
Really?
Yeah, so I had to start somewhere. And in my family, we are a bit stubborn. That's how people define us. Because when you want something, you want something. I wanted to be an architect. My brother wanted to be an aeronautical engineer. There was no money.
There was no money to make those dreams happen. But you sort of made it happen.
Taking it way back, my dad, we were born in a, I would say, middle income family. But then something happened huko katikati. My mom left. My dad had to start from scratch. We went to Shags for like 2 years.
All of you plus dad, or just the kids?
No. Initially, my dad and mom wanted to travel outside the country. So we went to Shags as the kids. So everything, the biashara and everything, imeisha. Or they gathering all the money so that they can go abroad. Then there was this idea and notion that ukienda majunda rudi na mapesa. So they knew, the kids are sorted.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter. Hata biashara zikisimama, tuko tu sawa. For one reason or the other, it ended up that only my mom is going. My dad was like, okay, ni sawa. Just remember the kids. So she went, and then she went quiet for a while. So my dad had started to try and bring back the biasharas. Things zinakataa. So for the 2 years tukiwa Shags, huko ana try ku hustle. We used to live in Limuru. Things were not working. Shags, tunateswa na house helps vibaya sana. So 1 year later, even my dad is like, should I remarry? We are like, no. No,
So
hatutaki.
do you see the heart attack?
Because tuko na the way the house girls are here, wanatupeleka mbio, hatutaki. Kwanza tunakumbuka tulimwambia, and also don't employ a house help for us. I was 9, firstborn of 6. We were like, don't employ a house help
You're
for us.
6 children. You know, I thought you're 2.
We are 6.
Okay. And you're the firstborn. My face, I need to maintain poker face. And you're 9.
Yes.
So Kasama, don't employ a house girl for us.
No, because my dad taught us how to cook,
Yeah.
how to clean, how to wash our clothes. Alikuwaga ka inspector general, anakuja anasema hii rudisha haiko
That's
safi.
good training.
So my dad is amazing. My dad used to play with us.
Wow, big man.
I used to visit other families where the father used to come in, the kids and everyone disappears.
You're scattering.
And then I'm like, why?
I was even telling her the other day, me kwanza used to hear my dad's car. Don't ask me how. You see, discernment is long for. Let me tell you the scattering we are where everybody into their room. I don't know why, but we did.
The only time
just
we used to do that is when
ulikosea pengine.
But past that, alikuwa anatupea. Kwanza alikuwa na story moto. Na their childhood na nini. My dad used
Which
to.
is so good.
He's our friend.
Oh, wow.
He's our friend.
Wow.
So long story, tukaendelea, ikafika place now we are my brother passed on, the last one passed on because of leukemia.
Oh, no.
We didn't know what it was at the time. You know, it was chaos. It was more chaotic than the family of the mother side decided. The reason we were connected
has gone.
So, you know, that thing.
Oh, big
so yeah, your uncle is around your area.
But he doesn't
hawezi kuja.
kuja.
As in, it was just a mess from how we would. But again, we forgive them. Sisi, we don't carry things. Fast forward, from high school, primary school, I was born in Limuru. Maji iko readily available. Majani chai pia iko readily available. So when my dad didn't have money, tulikuwa tuna boil maji na majani chai. That's breakfast for you. Saa zenye ako na pesa kidogo, maybe tunanunua mandazi. So kama hakuna mandazi mlikunywa hiyo, and then you walk to school, which was almost 5 kilometers away. And then hamjabeba lunch because hakuna food situation. Na saa zenye mmebeba lunch ilikuwa ugali na mboga the whole year. Kuchange ni mboga ndio ilikuwa ina change diet. So huyo msee amemaliza high school, primary. So unaenda high school where you're paying, because that was time ya Kibaki's era. At least school fees for primary school wasn't that expensive because they had made primary school free. So now you're getting into high school where you're paying thousands. People told my dad, hamisha hawa watoto waende day school because day school is cheaper. My dad was like, did I give them the grades to go to those schools? Nope. So wewe enda usome. Mimi ndio mzazi, let me figure out how utasoma. Oh, so halfway there I was almost like a day scholar. 2 weeks umefukuzwa shule, 2 weeks uko shule. And then my dad had dreadlocks. So this is where, you know that scripture that says God will cover your shame with his glory? Yeah. God used to do that. So my dad, first of all, I wasn't bullied because my dad amenileta shule akiwa na dreadi. So the Form 4s are coming for stories as they bully the rest. So me, I wasn't bullied. Wow. 2, because my dad was alikuwa anakuja shule so many times. Guys thought that Sam anapendwa. Wow. After every 2 weeks mzazi wake ako hapa. Yani ile siku sijafukuzwa. Kumbe my dad is coming to beg the principal not to chase me away because of school fees. And then I used to draw nikiwa shule. To a point that even the principal gave me the work ya kufanya master plan ya shule mzima. So I got access to go into the teachers' quarters everywhere. And then I designed a whole master plan of the school.
What?
Of every block, of everything. And we redesigned even the logo. Yeah, and we even formed a club of arts. It wasn't existing. That was Kanunga High School.
Wow.
We created so much. So all that time, nilikuwa nachora, you know those letters that people used to send?
Tulikuwa tunafold.
Sasa mimi nilikuwa
unachorea watu. Wow.
Graffiti and calligraphy.
Wow.
I had studied what was there and then I created my own version. So it doesn't exist anywhere. So kama unaitaka, I'm the only one who can do it. So I do it for you, you pay me.
Wow.
So sometimes my dad used to come to ongea with the principal, and then I used to give him fare to go back home. Because pia mimi nilienda grind. But I used to get 200 shillings. That's shopping, that's fare, and that's pocket money. 20 bob was tithe, faithfully.
You are still tithing?
Oh yes, 20 bob was tithe. So nikabaki na 180 yangu. Na sikuwa na miss canteen. And I used to go back home with 200 shillings. How? Ask God.
Wow.
That's my faith journey began way back. And all along, God was always faithful.
Wow.
So by the time namaliza shule na B-, it's not for a lack of trying, but I'm also doing so much at the same time. So now nimeitwa shule. Nilitiwa nifanye degree in intelligent science. I was like, Mr. Ikuwa CID. Someone hooked me up to become an army, sijui in which country.
Yeah, because you have the height as well.
Siendi.
You have the
Because
height.
it wasn't even local. It was an international place to go. And I was like, guys, I'm in the army of the Lord. That is enough for me. I'm not going to do that. So, and I wanted to do architecture. And niko hapa nimeitiwa intelligence science. I said, no. Again, hakuna pesa. I went into Bata. That's Bata Shoe Company. Worked there for a while. That's after high school. Then nikaingia, I went to Technical University of Kenya. That's where I did my diploma. But while I was doing my diploma, I was doing my music as well. And now high school missions, we were preaching and all. So the music that I used to package, I did an album, used to sell that album and t-shirts. That's how I paid my school fees.
At the technical school?
Yes. So mi na hustle this side, my dad anajaribu kidogo yenye anaweza, ile side ingine tunajaribu, tunaenda CDF, unapewa 5,000. 5,000 unahitaji, I don't know how much. Okay, nasema ni asanti. Unachukua na and then you work, you make it work. So I started with a diploma. Did a diploma till 2015. 2015, I lost my voice.
I think I remember such a season.
Yeah.
They're telling me we're out of time, but let's go.
Oh, no.
2015, anyways, let's just try. First,
Yeah.
2015, you lost your voice?
I lost my voice. Nimemaliza diploma. How do you interview for works? Na hauna sauti. You can't perform as well. You don't have your voice again. That's when I started doing the family festival. That's when I started doing the concept. I do encourage people to read books.
Okay.
There's a book called If You Want to Walk on Water, Get Out of the Boat,
yes.
by John Ortberg. That book, I read it. Ni kama ilikuwa inaniambia.
It was coming alive in your
Oh
mind.
my goodness.
It was giving you instructions
I
on what
learned
to
so
do.
many things. I learned so many things.
You got out of the boat
I got out of the boat.
and walked on the water.
This guy who anafukuzwa school fees, anafanya sijui nini.
Wow.
I did my album launch and invited even my area MP. Mi sikuwa na joke. I did that at Safaricom by there at Michael Joseph Center.
Haya.
Guys were like, "Kosho unaka kitu wewe." I'm like, it's a favor of the Lord. And that's the other thing. I encourage people, don't wait for the money to come.
That's it.
Pesa is not the solution.
It's not. You can spend favor, because you kept saying that as well.
Oh,
isn't
yes.
it? You can spend favor. You can try jitume.
My first proposal.
Jitume.
Let me tell you, my first proposal. You know that the concept of what you don't know, someone else knows. So look for the information. My first proposal, Kambua ni alikuwa na edit kama mwalimu, na I can't forget, na pen ya green. Niambia Sam hapa, edit this. She gave of her time.
Wow, thank you, Kambua.
Unaenda the next person, anakusaidia. So, unakuta, there's a lady called Gina Mutune. She's a director, movie director. She did Leo. She's a Hollywood director. She's Kenyan.
Yes.
Gina used to push me.
So you need people who can push you.
You need people who can push you. First, that concept of having 3 people in your life, someone you look up to, someone in your same level, and then someone who looks up to you.
Yeah.
If you don't have the 3, kuna shida.
Wow.
Because you always need to strive to help this one.
Somebody else.
There is your peer,
And then there's somebody that you're looking up to.
And then there's someone you're looking up to. So I consider Kambua as a big sister. All ni wenye walikuwa wanakupush out of your zone, wanakupush, wanakuambia, you can do this. So we kept pushing, we kept doing. And then now, this year we did the 10th edition of the Bikers Family Fest. Yes.
Wow.
And it was so big. And next year we're doing the 11th edition. And half the time, all this time, unaanza na 0 budget. But
I know.
you asked
There's
me
no
about
event that I have that I don't have a budget. Zero budget anyway.
unaanza na
Also,
favor, Mungu
Unaanza
anakuonyesha,
na favor.
anakupe, anakutuma, and then you because there is currency beyond money.
yes.
But
Spend
I think
favor.
spend favor and also do right by people.
Yeah.
I think so many people burn
Sam.
bridges.
Yes.
And that's why, like the question that you asked, how comes many people would attend a function all together?
Yes, they came to
You
your
don't-
wedding, all of them.
You don't burn bridges wherever you go. I don't believe in ati huku season iliisha so wewe toka uende
Yeah.
kwingine ni kama unafunguliwa. No.
You need all these
The
people.
story, for a story to be complete, for the whole book, for your book to be complete, lazima
You
ikuwe
need
na-
all these
na-
people.
forward to huko nyuma.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, you can't say, I don't need
This
pages.
chapter, move it out.
No.
That's very good.
And my dad always taught us to be respectful and make sure you don't burn bridges. You don't know when or when you'll
You
need
meet
someone.
this person.
So even when I started out kwa hizo family fest, nafanya event and I don't have the money. I come and tell Pastor Angie, I want you to come and speak at my event. I don't have the money, but I'll make sure fuel nitakuwekea. Hata hiyo fuel sijui itatoka wapi, but at least something. Because also we are told that your gift will make
room
for you before kings. It's not just gifts that you're talented. It's not a gift that you package as well. So in as much as I can't fully pay your like your rider or your per diem or like your quote, there is something I can do. Usikue tu, in fact you sasa hata ulitumia more on your end. So I'm like, let me do the bare minimum I can, but at least I keep to it. And then next year when we grow, I add something to it.
That is so profound.
That's how people like Masi Masika ended up holding our hand. Masi Masika was like, anytime you're doing the family fest, I'll be there.
So good.
In fact, some of those people might not know, there was a time I was so much in a fix. Siku nilishindwa kulipa a few of madeni the year event. And at some point, Mercy gave me money to pay.
Imagine, to pay.
Any artist, the biggest artist in the gospel scene, instead of mlipe yako, like, now this one, let me help you, because I can see the vision. Let me help you out. So out here, people are kind-hearted, but people have been wameonyeshwa dust na watu. So if you get an opportunity, I always tell people, if you get an opportunity to meet someone, treat them as kings and queens in your life.
Yeah.
Don't know when to ask something. It's like a card. Know when to play your cards. It's the same way God says that he gives the seed to the sower and the bread to the eater. You need to know when you need to eat and when you need to sow.
Yeah.
If you miss one of the seasons,
you can't eat what you're supposed to sow.
Yeah. And you can't sow what you're supposed to eat. You'll starve.
Making sense.
So at the end of the day, you need a lot of discernment to be able to align on a few of these things. So yeah, I think by the time we met as well, that's when I met my wife as well. Alikuwa anaimba Kekru. Alikuwa praise and worship Kekru.
Amen.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have to end it there, but we'll bring you back. But what I love about your story is I think the wisdom of being consistent. Has your dad been able to see your success?
Oh yeah.
Good for him. And then that consistency and keeping the faith. And then I feel like even that vacuum sort of that was left, like your mom, God filled it with ministers of God. So you've had a lot of parenting, also spiritual parenting. You have your dad there, we honor him. But there's been a lot of spiritual parenting, putting yourself in the right places so that you can do what you need to do. And that's what I love. And then also not letting the obstacle of not having money stop you. So you went to the architect school, you found out what you're going to do, and then you go to the diploma. But you'll be back to tell us more. But I'm so grateful.
Oh, by the way,
very
after
excited.
diploma, I went for the degree.
Yeah.
To more stories, because now I have a double degree in architecture.
You have a double degree.
Yeah. It has to be in 2 tiers, 4 years and 6 years. Yeah.
Hey, Sam.
And hiyo yote ni the goodness
favor,
of the Lord.
the goodness of the Lord in the land of the
And then I saw my mom for the first time in my wedding in almost 21 years.
She came to your wedding.
She
Sam,
did.
you saw her after 21 years.
It was amazing.
Eh?
Well, more stories.
Sam, you have to come back. we'll invite you back. But thank you so much for coming
You're
to
welcome.
Just Angie.
You're welcome.
And well done for the man that you've become and that continue to become.
It's the Lord in you.
You're so proud of you.